Welcome back, my friends. Time for the longest and hardest split in the game. The Tantalizer split. We'll start with the split with some fights. And yeah. We will level up our mons when we need to level the mons up. Pretty classic. And I've done some small stuff before we will start the... I misclicked, by the way. This is thankfully not punishing. I like this Pokemon anyways, but I'm not sure how I would react if I get the wrong one. So. We got some mons already. For making the progress a bit faster. So the route 120 encounter, right? Yeah, exactly. So, Slowbro. I got this as Slowpoke because as Slowpoke it's just better. Because you get a slack off with 65. So I don't need to level this that high, I would say. These are the IVs. We can maximize them whenever we want, of course. We'll just keep it like that right now. Then we got the strongest Pokemon probably in the game. We have the strongest Pokemon in the game. And because of that knowledge issue, I wiped the last time. So let's not make the same mistake twice. And yeah, this is interesting. I think it would be still a really strong one in a regular run. Yeah. Not the strongest, maybe, but I think it's average still. You can scale the attack and then I think you're Gucci. Before first impression. Yeah, then we have our legendary Kecleon. It's level 70 already because you get the Sucker Punch, I think, with that level. And yeah, this is... okay. And now I misclicked. I even bought, I think, yeah, I bought already 7,000 points. Gain corner points. So I can take the Feather Badge. And I was stoned. It looks like. But we got at least the right ability and the right Pokemon. I mean, it's the Pokemon from my winning run as well. We can, I think, lose a big 50-50 here. But I mean, Heracross dislikes me. In that case, at least, I think I'm fine with that. I would still try, like, if it would me, I would still give it back and take something else, but that's obviously not possible. Because I would like to have more Hydreigon, D-Knight or Mance right now, because we have some fighting mons, but Heracross is really strong. Would be a 1 Scapegoat for sure for attack in a regular run, I would say. But outside of that, yeah. Guts is really important, of course, and in this challenge it doesn't really matter what my nature is. Or my IVs. And I would say let's start the party with the first fight on Route 121. And yeah, we just level the mons up when we need it. And I think I have planned in total 5 fights. Let's not play too fast. And Garchomp. Okay. So, Throat will get level 68 here. Also, let me check that the repel is active again. Yep. 68 on throat. We need 3 mons for the next fight. We have magnet. We have a citrus berry. And Garchomp will get the soft sand. That's it. Okay, let me activate the rain. Kill you. Kill you. Okay. So, let's do the first fight on Route 121. We have a lot of fights there in total. We will not do every fight in this stream, but I have prepped something like 5 fights in total. So it's at least something. Okay. So, we will kill this Aero with a magnet boosted thunder. This can't miss because the rain is active. And because we out damage and one shot the next 2 mons, it will send in the first Pokemon with the Focus Sash because it thinks it's safe. And that is Charizard. We can Volt Switch out here to break the Sash and do the damage what we need before it will most likely lose a typing here. This is Burn Up or Hurricane. Random move because of overlaps. And my Electrode is 68. So we can switch in twice on Weather Ball crit on my Electrode back. Because there are some rolls. This Zard will not die to the next Volt Switch. This is Weather Ball exactly. And double crit Weather Ball would never kill my Electrode here. This can't go for burn up anymore, even this is in blaze range. This would never kill on a double crit here. That's really important, that's why we are 68. And this is a range, there is like 1 or 2 rolls in total this can survive. But, no, this is not the range, sorry. I'm sorry. I just lost the, yeah, it didn't lost the flying type. It was a mistake anyways in the prep. So it was always dying anyways. We go to Garchomp. On the last Pokemon, what is... Empoleon. So we get the free switch in on the Empoleon. And this will Aqua Jet on us because we have a fast kill with Soft Sand boosted EQ. Empoleon, you're even over leveled. Come on. This will do a ton. Even with a crit, this will obviously not kill me, but this is doing a lot. Water Gem boosted Aqua Jet in the rain, it is doing something, even with Empoleon. That's why it's basically for, yeah, killing this Pokemon with ground types, fast kill. So it can just kill you with a crit. But Garchomp is Dragon type as well, so it is neutral. Excadrill, for example, or like some other mons, just dies to a crit. So you can't do that. Okay, first fight is done. Okay. I think I have Electrode in the next fight as well. Yeah. So this fight is a bit more interesting. We have a bit more mons and we need also a bit more mons here. So, Life Orb on my Electrode. We have to pre-damage Electrode. We will do that in a second. Let's just do it now. Pre-damage Electrode to 141 HP. I will double check the HP. Damage slot 1 to 141. Okay. We have the Life Orb. Yep. Okay. We will also not get the level up. That's also really important. I have that in my mind. Now we will bring in Torterra. Remove the citrus berry here. Torterra will be 68 here. A 68 is correct. I'm just double checking. And Miracle Seed. And Jolly Nature. I think we are still right now fight with a scale, so we need a refill in either next stream, I would guess, or the stream after. We will take a refill. Yeah, we have 99 hard scales left right now. So we will... I think it's in the next or in the stream after that. I think in this stream we will be fine, for sure. Maybe we have more fun than I think. 99 is still a bit. So, Jolly Nature, Miracle Seed on Torterra. Then, we have Primarina. It is already in the team with a Bold Nature and with a Citrus Berry. Yeah. Then I will have a backup because we sadly don't know what exactly will happen. We are not sure about that. But we should be fine, most likely. So. Mark. Mark on 67. And Corvi on 68. Okay. Mark will get a Careful Nature. The IVs are still not maximized from Mark. It's still like... I think I maximized the HP here at some point. Careful Nature. And this is a Persim Berry. And now we need to teach a move here. This is really important. We will remember Toxic instead of Quick Break. Mark is done. Corvi is careful. Will also get the Personberry. And we will teach Deathlocke. Over Body Press. And the last Pokemon is Beedrill. This will stay like that. I will double check if Beedrill is fine with the speed. Making a mistake about that means Beedrill dies and the run is over. Generally, in a regular run, you don't want to lose your Beedrill as well. So, double checking that is really important. At least double check. Beedrill is max speed. Yeah, we can't be slower here. That's really good to know. Just confirming that one more time. Yeah, we have max speed, max attack already with Beedrill. But we have, we don't have maximized HP and defense and special defense and stuff like that. Okay. Perfect. Let's do it. The next fight is ready. Let me check the pre-damage one more time. We'll get a life optic. With that, we will drop always to the exact HP we want to be, I think. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, we have Aftermath Drifblim as a lead here. We will just kill this before it can do anything. With Life Orb boosted Thunder. So, this will kill and we will get Life Orb damage and we are pre-damaged already. For building guaranteed something, but not a guaranteed move, sadly. But the chance is at least decent. We are fine with both scenarios. I have planned for both scenarios. I want to bait this Pokemon in early. That is something I want to have. So, 123 is exactly the lowest roll from EQ from Pert. So that will be always Swampert now. And this have rocks. So this can rocks over slow kill. It's possible. I have planned for both scenarios. So we will go to Torterra. We are not seeing a kill with Energy Ball here because this have a Rindo Berry. This is not Swift Swim, it's Torrent. But there is the EQ, so we will not have the rocks up in the entire fight. I have planned for both scenarios. And we are Jolly Nature and Miracle Seed. Boosted Woothammer still kills this Pert with a 68. And we outspeed with this level and with this nature. We will always bait, even if we don't get damage here. Always, and that's really important. The exactly Pokemon we want to see in the next turn, and that is Dura. And exactly the same move as well. Even if rocks are up here, even if we get no EQ, It's always exactly Dura and exactly for Draco Meteor here. Perfect. Outspeed and Draco Meteor. We go to Primarina. And this just basically walls this Pokemon. Heavy Slam is the highest damage here. And we will just use a Draining Kiss to get HP back. It should always be Alakazam next, and this Pokemon would be a bit more complicated if rocks are up, but I have something for that, obviously. We have Corvi as a backup. I don't think we will need Corvi anymore. Maybe we'll still need that because we are getting too many Signal Beams, confusions. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Okay, this one will kill. We have a Citrusberry just in case. We don't need the Citrusberry. This will also not proc here. This should always be Alakazam now. Because we out damage Alchemy. Even it's faster. But it's doing jack shit damage. This should be always Alakazam here now. For outspeed, out damage. No, it's not even. Yeah, it is outspeed, out damage. Because it have a Focus Sash as well. So, this is counter or psychic. Does have a Focus Sash. So we need to break the Focus Sash. This could counter on the switch in because I have Flip Turn. And that's why I didn't Flip Turn out here. Like Slope Flip Turn would be nice to break the Sash. But Muk would eat too much damage here. We will Toxic this on either Dazzling Beam or Signal Beam or counter. Counter. That is absolutely fine. With that, the Focus Sash is gone. And now, this have overlaps, and if we would have rocks up, we go to Corvi, straight up. This have overlaps with a Signal Beam and a Dazzling Beam. We straight up go to Corvi. If this will confuse me, we have the person very defog. Because Beedrill can't switch in too many times on rocks. So we will also not try that too many times because we need HP on Beedrill still for the last Pokemon. We will try it one time if there's a straight up counter or Dazzling Beam is GG. Otherwise we will just pivot between Muk and Corvi until this dies. So this is Dazzling Beam, highest chance is Dazzling Beam, this can be Signal Beam. Nice. And the fight is over. Okay. We can't do it too many times. We can see that critical hits would be a problem at some point. Focus Sash is gone. We can Mega Evolve and kill this with Leech Life. So yeah, max one time I would try that out because we still need HP on the last Pokemon and we have to calc with multiple crits. Draining Kiss from Alchemy would never be a problem if we get a Dazzling Beam crit here. So we could just switch out, or like a Signal Beam crit, sorry. Signal Beam is also doing less damage, so we would just get less damage on the switch in. It's only a bit less, so yeah, we would not be able to do it multiple times. And this will just die to Poison Jab. The cool thing is, if Muk kills basically Alakazam, I have Gang Shot for a slow kill, so this can't go for Calm Mind or Exit Armor. So we could hard switch then to Beedrill again on exactly draining Kiss, because the second damaging move is stored power. And Mark is immune to that. Okay. I think this is a level up. Yep. Do we have something here? No, I don't think so. It's just bait, right? Yeah. I think this is just like something like headbutt encounter, or I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. Rock smash encounter is also possible in this game. So maybe that. I think outside of that there is nothing. Okay. And now we are talking about the fight where that's the title of the stream. Surely we won't make the same mistake twice. So, we will prep the next fight. What is the last fight in Perma Rain? And it is a double battle. I think this plan is really fucking cool. This is really swag. If you don't do mistakes. But, it's pretty... In case of Golly is broken... Yeah, in that case, it's maybe just casual. To be honest. So, Staraptor will join the party. Staraptor is really strong in this fight. Especially my one. Because it will be perfect IVs. Then we have Lucario. We have Golly. We have a Togedemaru. Excadrill and Best Collision. Okay, so step by step. Staraptor is adamant, that's correct. You will be 69. Staraptor needs to get a 69 here. And we need the Life Orb. Lucario is adamant, no item, 3 damage to exactly 109 HP. 3 damage. Slot 2, 109 HP. I will double check the pre-damage in a second, especially on a 1 Pokemon. And then Golly, we will maximize the HP and the def and change the nature. So first of all, change the nature to Impish. And now we will maximize the HP. With that we have 201 HP. This HP number is maybe a bit similar for some people, because I was talking about that yesterday? Yeah, I think yesterday. So now the Death IVs. Okay. Before we do anything else, we just straight up check if the pre-damage is correct. Nothing else to say about that. So, we export the team. It's also like I think I already mentioned that the last fight in Perma-Rain now. Double battle is active. So, let me check the damage output. The damage output is correct and my pre-damage is exactly correct. So, we need to pre-damage Golly to 153 HP. Double check, 153. Yes, Golly will get a citrus berry. That is done. Togedemaru. Is Jolly nature. I think that is already Jolly. Yep. And a silk scarf. And Togedemaru will get pre-damaged to 56 HP. We will double check in a second the pre-damage of this Pokemon as well. Slot 4, 56 HP. And 56 is exactly correct. Let's check. 3 damage. Perfect. Excadrill is 68. Change the nature to adamant. And we will get the soft sand on Excadrill. Basculegion is adamant. I think this is already adamant. Basculegion is also not maximized right now. Speed-wise, like everything is not maximized here. We don't need that. At the moment we will need it, we will just straight up do it. Like on Golly. We want to have the HP and the defense. It makes this fight riskless. And obviously, maybe if I cook a bit longer, I will find the other solution without maximizing that. But, I mean, for me personal, it's important also to have a decent pace. Like, if I can basically cook a fight in 1 hour, what is riskless, I will obviously take that over a 1 day cook. Makes sense, right? So, yeah. Okay, and now I just want to check one more time the Lucario pre-damage. Because that is something what I haven't done. 109 is exactly correct. Okay, we should be absolutely Gucci here. Let's check the items again. We have the Life Orb, we have no item here, this is really important. Citrus Berry, 153 is exactly correct. Silk Scarf, 56 HP. Soft Sand, don't need any other moves here. And Mystic Water, Basculegion. Okay. So, I just double checked again some small stuff. One more time, Staraptor. We get Life Orb. And we are safe. From both targets. Okay. So, this mistake hopefully will never happen again. The last attempt died to, I don't know, it's a bug, it's a problem about rounding numbers, sadly. And this will hopefully never happen again, because I will obviously play around that now. So, we will use dual wing beat. Sork will get the Intimidate here. It still sees a kill with close combat on Lucario. Sork will die to dual wing beat. This is sturdy. This will just die here now. We will get life orb damage. Lucario will switch out on exactly Zen Headbutt to Golly. Attempt 2 died to a rounding number bug on Golly, basically. We pre-damage Golly to always eject, or exit, sorry. Yeah, it's the same. And because of rounding numbers, it was still 50% only. So the eject just didn't work. We got a belly drum into liquidation crit, and the run just died. This time, we will always prep for the rounding numbers. So if you pre-damage now, this Pokemon should not reach 100 HP, because 100 HP is still 50% because of rounding numbers. So, minimum roll from Zen Headbutt, because this is exactly Zen Headbutt from Metagross, is 54 damage. That means this will always eject us out here, because we will drop, if this is low rolled, to 99 HP. Crit is also fine, and we will always proc the Citrus Berry to eject one more time later in this fight. Let's go one more time back. Dual Wing Beat, kill the Sork, and Lucario switch to Golly. Life Orb damage, exactly Zen Headbutt on Golly. This is non-intimidate because of Clear Body. Critical hit is completely fine. It will proc always the Citrus Berry and eject us out. We can see on our HP that we are on 149 HP. The cool part is, I already said that some seconds ago, that the minimum damage is 54. So it will exactly always eject us out again the next time. If this crits, double crits, Citrus still puts me over 50%. Even if the first Zen Headbutt would crit, and we never die to second Zen Headbutt crit, and we can eject one more time out without dying. So we'll go to Togedemaru now here. This is a random move, absolutely random move from Poliwrath. We will dual wing beat. This can hydro pump or close combat. If this would close combat my Togedemaru, I don't need 69 and Life Orb on Staraptor. But because it can also hydro pump here, then it will not get Iron Barb's damage, and we need actually the damage. So we will Spiky Shield here on double target, exactly Zen Headbutt from Metagross again, and Poliwrath will use random move, close combat and hydro pump. Staraptor is never dead here. And Poliwrath dies to this dual wing beat. We don't get recoil, anything here. There's the hydro pump. That's why we need to have 69 and the Life Orb here, So Polywrath always dies. Perfect. And even after double life optic, Staraptor is never betting Thunder Punch from Metagross. So this is again only and only Zen Headbutt on Togedemaru. And this will get Iron Barbs damage, what is pretty nice, because that means my Excadrill doesn't need to be that high on level. Because otherwise I need to go higher level, so I was planning with the Iron Barbs damage here. So Staraptor will switch out to Excadrill now. Because Staraptor is free to switch here. And Togedemaru will switch one more time out to Golly on exactly Zen Headbutt to give me the second eject in this fight. Critical hit is completely fine. This will always eject us out. And that's why this maximizing HP and def was really important. Because with that right now, minimum damage from Metagross on my Golly is 75.1%. So that means it's always a bit more than Citrus. But on the crit, not too much that we would die to double crit. If we pre-damage. And also it could be possible that the first Zen Headbutt crit would already mean that we don't get to 50% again. So that's why HP and Death IVs was really important here. It was absolutely riskless because Zen Headbutt was always doing more damage than Citrus Berry can even heal us. So, we will go to Togedemaru here now. Back. Now we will rapid spin to set up for the next turn. And fake out the Metagross. This damage in combination with the Iron Barbs damage is enough. That Soft Sand boosted high horsepower will always kill the Metagross now. Right? I have the Soft Sand, right? And I change the nature, because I don't have that in the calc for some reason. Because I exported too early. So, we have the Soft Sand, and we have the Adamant Nature, and we are 68. Yeah, I exported too early. So, Life or Soft Sand. Yeah, 89.5% damage is minimum from high horsepower here. So, this always dies. Either way, my best collegian would always survive a Zen Headbutt crit. But this will always die to high horsepower now. We pressed already rapid spins, so we are faster now. Not faster than this. This Pokemon doesn't matter here right now. We are setting up for the next turn. So we go to best collegian. What is Swift Swim? That means the speed is doubled in the rain here right now. High horsepower will always kill this Metagross. Really important that we don't use EQ here. Of course, it's pretty simple. And now we just double target the monster. So, this is Toxic Orb, Guts, not Guts, it's a Quick Feed. High horsepower, Liquidation. Best Collegian is hitting really hard in fucking rain, man. It's not Mold Breaker, but it's okay. We got the Mold Breaker one last time, now we have a Swift Swim one. And both are really good. Both are really good. High horsepower, Liquidation. Depth Striker, you're even over leveled, man. You suck. Okay, Best Collegian gets level 66, that's completely fine. Alright, we have in total 2 more fights planned for this stream. Is here something? No. Oh, this is looking like that. Okay, so... Okay, so we have for this fight Garchomp. And I have to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what the bait is. But I would be fine either way, okay? For some reason, I'm not exactly sure what the bait would be. But I think we are fine either way anyways. So this should be riskless. As well. Togedemaru, Blaziken, Chicken. And Escavalier. Okay, so Garchomp needs the soft sand. No, the life orb, sorry. And it needs 67. Nature is correct already, I saw that. Adamant is fine. Kecleon will stay on this level, will get black glasses. This is crazy how strong this Pokemon is actually as a counter for that Pokemon. Or like for months like that. And we will maximize, we will change the nature to Adamant here. We don't need to maximize anything. That's really good. So we can keep Kecleon like that. And just go Adamant. Mug is careful already and will get the Chesto Berry. Same for Togedemaru, and Togedemaru is jolly nature. It doesn't really matter that much, I guess. Yeah. Blaziken will get the Pecha Berry and can stay like that nature-wise. Impish. Yeah, this is also maximized now. This is a GMO chicken. I've done that for the Venona fight. And Escavalier will also get a Chesto Berry, will be Adamant. And we don't need to change anything else here, I think. Yeah, it's maximized basically. The only thing what is not maximized is the speed. Special attack doesn't matter here. At some point we was forced to do that. Yeah. That's it. This is still not maximized. I think this is way stronger if I maximize everything here. Because it's just so fucking bulky then. But it's already strong enough. It's Garchomp. It's fucking Garchomp. So, double checking that we are fine with this level and life orb. Pretty sure we are. But yeah, double checking doesn't hurt. So this is not a fight in Perma-Rain anymore. Yeah, we are fine. And we are fine with this. This is the only two ranges I need to check. Yep, perfect. Alright. Oh yeah, by the way, I can pick up the berries, huh? Do I have a problem with this fucking Kecleon? Does have knockoff, right? Wait a second. I don't think this will matter that much, but let's be careful. Okay, we got a bit experience, but it's okay. Wiki Berry. Margot Berry. And 11 Fiji Berries. Okay. Let's give the life orb back. A bit experience is fine. And it was not pre-damage anyways. Ooh. Okay. I was not sure without calcing, and I just CBA right now. I mean, we don't die to fucking Kecleon on level 55 with Garchomp. This doesn't have Sucker Punch as well at this point. So the only thing was, if I don't kill with EQ, what is, I think, not a good chance, because Garchomp is Garchomp. Okay. Psychic Gem. New berries. I have no idea for what that berry is, by the way. Does they bring anything? Makes the Pokemon friendly but lowers base HP? I mean, this is for EVs, right? Whatever. What the fuck? Is it a Kecleon? Yeah, this is a Kecleon. Asshole. Got fucking scared, man. Holy shit. Yeah. You have the life up equipped, right? Okay. Yeah, we have the life up. Otherwise we have rocks up in this fight. Would be not nice to see that. EQ kills here the stun Fisk before it can do anything. And I'm pretty sure static doesn't proc anyways as well on EQ, because it's a non-contact move. Get life up damage, and now I'm not sure. I think it's Mushana, but for some reason I think this can also be Miss Magus. Because I out-damage basically Mushana as well. With EQ and life up. But it is Mushana. Okay, so this is Moonblast, Dark Void. It can't Call Mind. So this can go Dark Void, I believe. We go to Mark. Who's holding a Chesto Berry here. There is the Moonblast, that's fine. We can switch into Moonblast. Even if this double crits. Because we will stay in for one turn. And Toxic this. So, now, this is Moonblast. Or Call Mind, actually. Or Dark Void. Okay. Nothing, actually. So, now what we're gonna do is just switch out to Togedemaru. Now you're going for Dark Void, but you're missing because you're bad. Okay. Now the Toxic is ticking and ticking and ticking. We fake out. And now it will always Psychic or Dark Void on my Togedemaru. So we U-turn. Back to Muck. Okay, and this dies. Okay, this is now Shadow Ball or Nasty Plot. No, this can't Nasty Plot because I have a slow kill. So this is Shadow Ball. No, wait, this is Chansey. Yeah, true. Yeah, because I have a slow kill. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. All Gucci. All Gucci, boys. This is Blaziken. We don't need to think too much here. This is either counter, seismic DOS, or toxic. Yeah, fuck that shit. We will just simply give you a kick in your face. Or everywhere. Holy experience. And that is now Miss Me. What is exactly Shadow Ball only because I have killing rolls with Flare Blitz. So this needs to Shadow Ball here. Kecleon is a really good Dark type counter here. Black Glasses Sucker Bunch Kills. And Kecleon could switch on any move here. Doesn't really matter which move it is. Okay, one more fight for this stream. Oh fuck, we can go back, right? Yeah, I always forget that. Ooh. I thought I missed something with back-to-back or something like that. Okay, one more fight. I think this is pretty interesting. Let's hope we are making everything correct here, because we have some Shadow Tag mons, we have some shenanigans here. Okay. So, Garchomp is in the team again, and is again the lead. Dragon Fang is enough for the next fight. And 69 is correct. Dragon Fang. Okay, so we have Sigi. Have Heracross as well in this fight. Togedemaru is in the team. But now we have Beedrill and Heracross. Okay, so you are correct. Now you will get the Shed Shell. And I will, just in case, pre-burn you, because I'm scared. But I should not need that. I will still do it. So, pre-burn. Don't need to change any moves here. You will not press any moves in this fight. We will go with a Citrus Berry on my Togedemaru. And a Shed Shell again on a Pokemon, and that is a Seismitoad. Beedrill will get the Mega Item. And Heracross, I need to basically check one more time. This is crazy. is crazy, bro. This is so crazy how much damage this Pokemon is doing. We don't need to change anything. We don't need the Guts boost. 0 attack is enough. And 65 is enough as well. This is so crazy, bro. What the fuck? This is 0 attack Heracross right now. This is just enough. Yo! My day is going pretty well. Hope your day is fine as well. And yeah, thank you for watching the stream. Yeah, we should be okay. I'm just double checking some small stuff. So this is the last fight of this short stream. Then I will prep a bit more. I will take it a bit slower now in the Tantalizer split because this is the longest and the hardest split. Let's get back to Aqua Hideout ASAP. Not ASAP, but you know. I'm doing good just playing a Pokemon ROM hack. Which one? And have fun with that. Okay, so Dragon Claw. Okay, all Gucci. We should be fine. And this should be riskless. I have a Citrus Berry on Togedemaru. This is important. Yeah. Okay. Black Belt again. For me it is really crazy actually, but yeah. Heracross is broken! Monster Hunter Emerald. Oh, this is a ROM hack I actually never heard about. But yeah, have fun for sure. So, one more fight for the stream. Then, for the next stream, I will prep some fights again. Ah, that makes sense. So this is something like, I'm not sure you heard about Mario Mon. Something like that. That's cool. I mean, that's cool, actually, to be honest. Probably, challenge-wise, not the hardest thing. Like, for me, I try to always find a new challenge. But that is really cool, man. Holy shit. Maybe at one point I will see a Pokemon game with World of Warcraft characters or stuff like that. That would be crazy. Okay, so last fight. I never played Monster Hunter before, no. But that's still cool, because I know at least the game, you know? So that's why I think it's really cool. Generally, I think this is really cool to make stuff like that. Mario Mon is also, I think, because of that, pretty cool. So, we have a Dragalge lead here. It just dies to Dragon Claw. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure we are baiting just Steamwater here. Because we have a fast to hit KO against every Pokemon. And that should be Pangoro, exactly. Yeah. So this Pokemon is holding... eject pack, so when it will lower the stats, it will switch out. It will never knock off on the switch in. This is always exactly close combat. So we will switch on this close combat to my Sigilif, what is holding a Shed Shell, for a switch in after that. So this will use close combat and eject out after that because of the eject pack. Taking the close combat like a boss. This will eject out because the stats got lowered here. Yeah. And this should be Gothitelle now. Yeah, and this is Shadow Tag, so we need a Shed Shell to switch out here. And this is not always Thunderbolt. That is not always Thunderbolt, and that's why I need a Citrus Berry on my Togedemaru. I don't want to pre-damage for that, because this gets also a bit messed up. Because we have a special move, this can Mystical Fire now. Togedemaru is safe against the Mystical Fire crit, and would proc the Citrus Berry, and never bait anything else outside of Mystical Fire again. So we can switch here. On Thunderbolt or Mystical Fire. Okay. That's the best what we could see. But it doesn't really matter. Now we will U-turn out here. We don't need the Shed Shell. This is Focus Sash, by the way. That's also the hard part here. And this will Mystical Fire always now. We go here. We are holding the second Shed Shell in this fight on Seismitoad, because we need to switch out here in a second. And this Mystical Fire damage is always enough that we will always bait Grass Knot. That's why we don't need to pre-damage, and it's always Mystical Fire on the switch-in. So this is guaranteed Grass Knot. It can't go for anything else here. So we can go to Beedrill now. We can switch out because of Shed Shell. And that is 4-time resist, of course, and this is doing nothing. We Mega Evolve and kill this with U-turn. For the correct baits, we will switch into Seismitoad now. And even if Seismitoad is super low and gets too much damage, for example, Seismitoad is faster than Pangoro. And that means we always bait now Lilligant for a fast kill Petal Dance. So even if I missed something here, it's never Pangoro. Really important. This is also never Sleep Powder on the switch-in. This is never Quiver Dance. This is exactly always Petal Dance. So we will go back to Beedrill. Broken Pokemon comes in again. Time to pick my starter. Nice. Yeah, I wish you a lot of fun with that. U-turn kills this. And now we will get the free switch in to my Heracross. Just holding a Black Belt. And 0 IVs, Black Belt without Guts Boost is enough. With 65, so 4 levels lower than this Pangoro. Straight up sends this Pangoro back. No Guts Boost. No maximized IVs. This Pokemon is nuts, we know that. But that is just crazy. So yeah, that was a misclick to get this encounter of this Pokemon. I was about to take a Feather Badge Pokemon. But it is what it is. I like Heracross anyways, and we was at least lucky enough to get Heracross and not Pinsir. And get the Guts ability as well. So 25% chance to get a really strong Pokemon. And that's it for the stream. In the next stream, hopefully we can progress a bit more. Thank you for watching. And have a good morning, evening, midday. I will stream later today again.